The British people love a pint. It's the answer to all of life's problems, but mainly it is used as a social activity, going out with the lads or lasses, or who just
love to get absolutely fucking hammered.
You end up learning a lot about a person when they're pissed. They open up more and behave in new ways you didn't expect. So what video game characters would be good for you on a night out? Well, it's alright mate, I've got you sorted on this one. Number 5, Kazuma Kiryu from Yakuza. Kiryu is everything you want from a pint companion. He's had an interesting life, definitely likes a drink, and is down for any kind of activity after you've had a few: karaoke, bowling, slot car racing, or going for a wank at the softcore porn parlour. That last one isn't even a joke. If you knock some aggressive knob's pint over by accident, your boy Kiryu would be straight in there doing something horrifically violent involving a bar stool or the empty pint glass on the counter. I reckon he would also make a good wingman as well. He helps out all sorts of people willingly in Yakuza 0. S&M mistresses, helps a lad lose his virginity, pretends to be someone's boyfriend so her dad stops moaning. None of those were jokes either, honestly. It's all genuinely in Yakuza 0. So you can imagine him helping you pull that lad or lass you've been making eyes at, but Kiryu's a good looking chap, so they might end up getting pile drived by him instead. Number 4, Leon Kennedy. Leon seems like a fun-loving guy, doesn't he? It was a struggle between him and Chris Redfield, but I went with Leon because he seems like he would be more up for the banter. Chris looks like he would get offended and kick off if you roasted him a bit too much, especially with all them roids he's doing. Leon is also a very fashionable man as well. His Resi 4 coat and that outfit from Resi 6 shows he knows how to look good. Chris, on the other hand, seems like the guy who would turn up to the pub in some Lonsdale trackies and a tap-out vest after the gym. Leon's style, along with his charisma, says to me that he would be a laugh on a night out. Probably has some interesting stories as well, like the time he fingered Hunnigan in her office while Ashley was in the other room using his special shocker technique. Number 3, Zidane. Zidane is unique among Final Fantasy protagonists in that he's not a miserable whiny twat. He's actually a good bloke. He's nice to people, funny, optimistic, and he casually sexually assaults a princess when they're climbing a ladder. Absolutely fearless, mate. I reckon him, Kiryu and Leon would get along. There might be some awkward questions about Zidane's tail and the language barrier with Kiryu, but they've all got a sense of humour, so it's just more ammo for banter. On a night out, Zidane seems like he would be the one who would carry you when you've had one too many because... Wait, hang on, he's 16. Alright, so he will be the one looking after everyone then, won't he, on his Diet Cokes? Number 2, Conker. Pretty obvious this one. Going for a pint with Conker will turn into several more, then getting lost in a fairy tale land where sunflowers have massive tits. Sign me right up. Conker would be the more raunchy one of the group, the lad who gets you into scraps because he touched up that hard bloke's bird, but it's alright, we've got Leon and Kiryu with us, they'll calm the situation down. Then an hour or so later, he's paralytic levels of drunk. Zidane carries him to the taxi, he throws up on the way, so we all have to walk the rest of the way home, but we always forgive him because he's such a laugh. Number 1, John Marston. Playing Red Dead, I think a lot of people said, I'd like to go for a drink with John Marston, I like the cut of his jib. He's got a really interesting past, and under the influence you could get him to open up more about it. In the game, he seems like a nice bloke who's easy to converse with. He also gets philosophical at points, which we all like to do when we get pissed. And no one has the swagger of John. When he walks into a place, he turns heads. The real I'm hard as fuck aura surges round him. His flared trousers wouldn't fly in today's pub environment. Leon can sort him out with some clothing choices though, so we're good there. Get a bonnie down as well, make it less of a sausage fest. John strikes me as the sensible one of the group. He would make sure no one gets too drunk. He'd also negotiate the taxi fare down at the end of the night. I suppose he would be the organiser more than anything, there to make sure everyone has a good time. So there you go, there's my choices. If you've got any suggestions I missed, don't hesitate to comment. Now I'm going to drink alone because I don't have any real friends, kind of the reason I made this list, so I can imagine going out with beautiful people much more socially adept than me.